Author Coach Conversations. We're here, Anita Henderson, the author's midwife, and Candice L Davis with Go Write Something. We have a few words about books.
It's going to be interesting. What do you think right now about the state of self-publishing?
I think the state of independent book publishing is looking better than it's looked in a very long time. A lot more regular people are realizing that they actually do have a story. Some are realizing that they probably need a little help getting the words out. And I do believe that the quality of books is getting better.
You are right. Many more people are raising the standard. They're raising the bar for what they consider acceptable for how they want to publish.
There is a belief of using independent book publishing as a bridge to traditional publishing. Is that still a thing?
It's very much still a thing, but I don't know if it's the wisest course of action for most people. If you're going to do what it takes to get a traditional publishing deal, then just do what it takes to get a traditional publishing deal. Traditional publishers want to work with you because you've independently published. It's because you've sold thousands of books. That's the bottom line. They can see that you know how to sell tens of thousands of books. And so they want to work with you. But if you can do that, you can go the traditional publishing route, build your platform, demonstrate you have the platform, and just move forward with that. I have 3 clients right now who are publishing traditionally. They had not self-published before. They did the work to build their platform, went forward that way. A lot of them also, they want to launch these books so they can position themselves in a particular marketplace. Well, if you're going the traditional route, you may not get that book in your hand for 2 or 3 years. So if you have a goal for what you want to accomplish with your book, maybe independent publishing is a better way to go.
Let's talk a little bit how COVID has impacted our businesses as author coaches.
So it has been hard on a personal level. You know, we had family members who got sick. We had friends of the family who passed away. At the same time, it's been really great for book publishing because a lot of people who were too busy before the pandemic, didn't have time, wanted to delay it, now had time on their hands. Like I had a couple who I worked with, I coached them to write their book. They ran an events business. Well, at the beginning of the pandemic, there were no events. So this book they had been thinking about writing all these years, they jumped at the opportunity.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Yeah, people were sort of stuck at home or got to stay at home, however they decided to look at it. And the time they were spending there without all of the other stuff, remember a lot of our entertainment shut down and we kind of had to be home thinking about stuff that we'd pushed to the back, right?
Yeah.
And I think for a lot of people, that book idea came up to the front and it was like, now or never. That has been super beneficial for our businesses. I would love that if it had happened some other way, but it has been, a positive in that regard. It's one of the biggest mistakes that first-time authors make is when they think about self-publishing, they think, I have to do it all myself. So they're thinking, I've got to do everything. I have to write the book myself. I have to come up with some strategy for, they're thinking that they have to design the book cover themselves. They have to go in Word and make the word, all of that. And then they've got to figure out how to put it up on the online retailers, all of that. And it's daunting.
Yeah.
And that's what we're here for.
That's what your whole team is here for. Your team of professionals.
So we talk about team, and teamwork when it comes to book publishing is essential.
Yes.
We have some great teams. I know I work with a phenomenal team of groups of people who do everything you need to get your book done.
Yeah.
So I'm on the front end. I can coach you. We talk strategy, story, structure of your book. And then I pass it on to my team to do the production work. Right? Talk about how essential that is, because like you said,
it's everything.
You don't do that part.
No, I don't do that. I mean, I'm just like you. We're here to help you nail down your book idea, make sure you validated your idea, that you've got the structure you want, that you know exactly what's going in, that it's going in an organized way, that you flow from paragraph to paragraph and chapter to chapter. We can do all of that. We can get you set up for all of that. But when it comes time to say, hey, I need to get the layout done. We're not doing that.
Yeah.
There's a person who is specifically trained and has the skill set to do that. When it comes time to do your cover, you don't just want any graphic designer. You want one with experience in producing book covers. It's a specific kind of project. So you have to have those people if you want to produce a quality product. You can have wonderful content, but if I'm searching on Amazon and 10 books come up on a particular topic and your cover looks crazy, I'm gonna scroll right by yours and click on the one that looks appealing and professional.
So one of my pet peeves when it comes to content is the absence of story.
Oof.
Even if you tell me the why and the how and all that kind of stuff and you give me zero stories,
Yeah,
all I have is the how and the what and the
Yeah.
why and the, you know.
I agree. That's just a how-to manual at that point. Like, it's just a manual.
I think that's one of the things my clients like most about working with me
Yeah.
is helping them develop those stories.
Yeah.
You can tell me that you started from the streets of wherever city and you made your rise to the top of whatever, but when you tell me stories about how you nearly died of a heart attack or you nearly, fell into the rough streets of the city before you made your rise to success.
Yeah.
When you can tell me that, and oh my goodness, if you can make me cry, that's the grabber for readers. I'll say one of my book production pet peeves is, and this may seem totally small to people, it's point size.
Oh, that's not small at all. That's a big deal.
Yeah, point size throughout the book. And that goes for the point size on your copyright page, should not be 14 point. The point size of the content and the text in the body copy, the chapter starts, the subheadings, all of those things. The layout, when those point sizes are all over the place or they're all the same, everything in your book should not be 12 point. I will say that I do teach my clients these things and as we work on that part of the book. Because I tell people at the beginning of our process, when we finish with this, one, you literally are going to be up to here with your book because you will have read it and reread it multiple times. But two, you will never look at another book the same again. They're the ones who will spot another independently published author's book who did not take the time or did not have the team to make sure that, gee, my table of contents should have some numbers in it.
Here's the bottom line with independent publishing. Ultimately, it's all your responsibility as the author. So you've got to find the right professionals who can walk you through the process, professionals you can trust to do the job, because if you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what elements you might be missing or which might not be done correctly. And no one who buys your book or considers buying your book is thinking about, well, that layout designer didn't do a good job. What they're thinking is, that author did not publish a good book.
Right.
So the buck stops with the author.
So basically, telling authors to stop thinking that self-publishing is literally self-publishing. If you found this valuable and you're ready to get started with your amazing book, let's schedule a free book strategy session. Grab the link in the description below.